What's up guys, Scott here with Wandering the Wilderness. What I thought I'd do today is show you my current Minuteman patrol chest rig from Helikon Tex. Stick with me. First thing first, going to go over the current rifle that I have on me. Now this isn't what I would consider my quick reaction force weapon. You know, something goes bump in the night. I have a 10.5-inch barrel AR for that. But this would be more of my patrol type setup. This is a PSA. This is the 16-inch barrel, has the 15-inch hex, and I have done videos on this weapon. I do have the Tiger Claw from Die Free Co. as a good forearm there, forearm guard hand stop. And then I have a red dot with a 3x magnifier on it, so that if you're close range, you just click that magnifier out of the way. If you're doing patrol and you're doing some recon and you're trying to get some intel, you can use that to get a little bit of a distance on that. I have camoed it all up. Other than that, oh, and I put a muzzle brake on it, cuts down on that recoil. And then on the flip side, I do have a 2-point sling, and then I have a light here. It is the Enforce. It has the white light and the IR. All right, so just has a quick push button on the end. See that white light, and then you flip the switch and you have the IR. All right, now I do have night vision, but I currently don't have it on this chest rig at the moment. I have got some pouches ordered to kind of set that up. But I wanted to go ahead and give you a look at the current setup that I have on this chest rig. Like I said, this is the Helikon Tex. This is the Chicom. All right, Chicom comes from Chinese communist, and it was used in China, and it was used quite often by the Viet Cong. But many of the U.S. soldiers in Vietnam, when the soldiers, the Vietnamese and the Viet Cong had expired, U.S. troops picked this up, seen it to be a great way to carry a lightweight rig of ammo. This is an advancement or improvement to that original Vietnamese, I think it was the 51 or 58 Chicom, which is made out of all canvas. Now, pros and cons about this, and I'm going to go ahead and take my rig off, set it down, and give you a closer look. All right, so though I'm already demonetized from YouTube, I'll go ahead and drop the mag. That one was empty. Show that the weapon is clear. All right, all clear. Nothing in there. Set that off to the side. All right, so let's get into this chest rig. Now the chest rig, one of the great benefits for that is moving light and fast. Plate carriers are heavy, body armor is heavy. That's when you're going to know that you're going to be most likely getting in direct contact. Something of this sort is you're checking out your AO, and you're also possibly gathering intel where you can break contact from a potential enemy and get back to say your vehicle, or resupply, or get set up or form a plan to attack that enemy. So more of a recon or general patrolling when it comes to, say, a combat scenario or a SHTF. In this scenario, it's more, you know, you can use that as that modern Minuteman. You can use that as your quick reaction. Something goes bump in the night, throw this on. You got some extra rounds. It's not uncommon in today's world for those current threats that are trying to break into your home and steal what you've worked hard for, to come with multiple assailants. All right, tons of footage, multiple attackers, and sometimes you know, that stupid California 10-round capacity garbage isn't going to do the trick. All right, how many times have you seen multiple people jumping somebody? So having those extra ammo can make the difference in you going back home to your family or protecting what you've worked hard for. So something like this, to already have set up near the bedside, ready to roll, that you can very quickly throw on. Just get into how I currently have this set up and what the Helikon Tex Chicom, what they've done is that you have the 3 magazine in the front. It's going to hold AK or AR. I got AK or AR in here currently. It only is going to hold the 3. All right, so that is one of the difference in, say, this compared to the original from Vietnam, is that in the original is made of canvas. You could soak it in water and you could fit 2 of the standard GI steel mags in here, so you would have 6 in the front. But Helikon has done something to kind of combat that, and that is on the back side of the rig there is this Velcro pocket directly behind the 3 mags. And so what I did was I have this insert that holds 2 magazines, has the hook and loop Velcro on both sides, so it hooks into that Velcro, and I'm able to turn this 3 mag capacity into a 5 mag capacity, and each mag is ready to rock and roll. All right, so I have that 3 mag turned into 5 mag. That in the event, if we're talking a combat scenario, SHTF Minuteman, and you need to gather that intel, break contact, I got 5 magazines on me to do that with, plus the 1 in the weapon. So I'm loaded out with 6. That's pretty decent setup for a short patrol in your general AO. I also have a this is a Radtel radio, quite similar to the Baofeng. I have the Baofeng set up on my chest rig. So this one was sent to me, and just kind of putting a little testing into it. Not an expert on the 2-way radio, but I have used this in this same area. I'm out in about 100 acres of woods right now, that comes off of my property. I don't own the land, but I have permission on the land, and I'm out here often. And so having something like this, it does reach to my house just fine. All right, and then I have just a little loop that I Velcroed on here, or that I went through the molly, and have a little carabiner to hold my gloves. Gloves are good, obviously, in that added layer of camouflage, added layer of protection on the hands, but also when you're firing a lot of rounds, even these weapons like to get hot. So having that leather on the inside of the glove, protecting that hand, you know, and just you know, full disclosure, when I was in Iraq, even though it was hot as crap, when your weapon was all black prior to us painting them, then that weapon would almost get too hot to touch just from the sun. So the painting of the weapon not only increases your camouflage, so gives you a little more ability to hide and evade and things of that sort, but it also had great purpose in keeping the weapon a little bit cooler from that sun, so that you could actually handle it, and you want gloves to assist with that. Then on this side, I just have an admin pouch, just a single little admin pouch, nothing that big of a deal. Has this pocket here which can hold the cell phone, and then inside I have just a quick elastic bandage, a small flashlight that has white, red, and then it has the like the UV. It's not IR, but it's that blue glowy thing. I have a couple of zip ties, which can be used for a variety of things. I have a one of those rechargeable it's a lighter, but then it's also a flashlight with the strobe, and then it has a little whistle on it. I have a high energy coffee flavored emergency ration. Now these taste like crap, but they'll keep you alive if you're hungry. So, you know, it's got a 100 grams calories, or 120 grams calories, you know, has all kinds of nutritional facts on there. But, you know, when you're hungry and you have nothing, it's nice to be able to have some type of ration in your kit. This one is, you know, dehydrated. It's sealed and packaged, so it has crazy long shelf life. But any kit that you should have some sort of rations in them, so that in an emergency you get stuck overnight, or say a lot of times if you have to do any kind of engaging and you have that adrenaline spike and dump, if you have any kind of health issues, specifically sugar issues, you're going to need to get some type of something back in you, and having a quick ration on you all the time is important. The other thing that I have in here is a small Surefire type kit. These are from Bigfoot Bushcraft fire plugs, and I think that's Pyrotech. I think they call that like a fire fluff or something. These light immediately, and I can get a fire going if I had to. More of a hypothermia type scenario. And then a thick roll of duct tape. Duct tape does all kinds of things. Then when it comes to, again, admin, I have a Write in Rain, and I have a pen and a Sharpie. All right, so that could be taking basic notes of what you see on your patrol. That could be drawing maps or significant features that might be beneficial in a variety of scenarios. The other thing I have in here is in the back of the kit. I have about, I don't know, 50 to 75 foot 7-strand paracord. Again, that can be used for a variety of things. Marking your trail, improvised tourniquets. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? It's ridiculous how much that can be used for. And then I have on me, this is a boxer blade knife that I just have here on the front of the chest rig. You know, you always need a good quality fixed a full tang blade. In my opinion, it's just invaluable. You can't replicate that without specific skills in the wild. So if you had to you know, say you come up on, you're doing your patrol and you have to deal with a wild animal, you got the firearm, but something gets in close, you know, you got the backup. Or say a snake, or you know, you never know what you may need it, as well as just cutting your 550 cord or whatever. I also always carry just some type of folding knife. This is a Finch. I personally love this knife. Probably one of the best pocket knives that I own, and I just about always carry this. And then I have my basic wallet, which has ID and other things like that in it. The other item that I carry with this kit, this is the Modular Individual First Aid Kit from Helikon Tex as well. All right, so what I did, it does come with a belt, but I set it up on this harness with the chest rig, and I put it on the back belt that goes around the back side. So this is on which would be my lower back, as the patrol rig that is like immediately accessible if need be. Now what I did was I put I have a cat tourniquet up here at the top. I have some shears that are underneath there as well, and then I put some you know, kind of tape right there. Now the kit, that when you buy this modular first aid kit, it doesn't come with any first aid. It's just the kit itself. All right, so keep that in mind. Now all of the supplies that I got inside here, for the most part, came from Minuteman Medical. I do have the IFAK from Minuteman Medical, and then I also have the larger I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was for kind of like multiple people, like first aid kit, the larger one. So basically the benefit of this is that you got the good camo that you know, helps on that concealment. You have the obvious marking that is kind of first aid, and then once you unzip the pack, you can just pull out the whole first aid kit, and it is that bright red. You know what's in there. Now you could put your ID card in here with your specific medical information in the event that you're a loot drop for somebody, or somebody needs to perform first aid on you. Then it has that information right there. All right, and the kit opens up, and it has an area to put your shears here. I like them a little closer out here. and then you can completely open this sucker up, and you have multiple pockets and multiple areas to put your first aid. Now, like I said, majority of this came from Minuteman Medical, and then I added a few things to it. So I have an emergency blanket. I have some just ibuprofen, Benadryl, and Tylenol. I have a 4-inch yellow glow stick. This is a Israeli bandage, right? That is nice and sealed from TACMed. Here is the stop bleed pads. So these are already going to be treated to stop the bleed and cause that blood to clot up. Can be used for stuffing or you know, add to pressure. Hey, I don't know if you guys have these in your first aid kit, but you should. Inject a couple of tampons here. They are perfect for plugging a bullet hole or any kind of significant puncture. I mean, they're designed to absorb blood. That's what they do. So throw a couple tampons in your kit. All right, and then I have what is I know as a SAM splint. You know, I was a combat lifesaver, or trained as a combat lifesaver when I deployed to Iraq. I had one of these in my CLS bag. I mean, you can use them for everything. So that is something that I added that wasn't in my kit. But I figure you're out and about in a patrol in an area like I live, there's potential for strains and sprains. I also added this. It is a wound closure device. Basically, it is like a really sticky substance, for the pad, and then it has like two little zip ties, so you don't necessarily have stitches, but you do a deep cut, you can zip tie that sucker, hold it closed, and it kind of helps with that healing process. And then there are some little swabs here to clean that up. I also have some general band-aids in your boo-boo kit, gloves, marker, and then over here is I have some moleskin, which is very good for blisters and things of that sort. I have a compression gauze, and then I have just a regular sterile pad, 4x4. All right, so that's what I currently have inside of this modular first aid kit. Oh, and then the sterile wipes are over here. I have a bag of sterile wipes. All right, so I feel like with this in general, if you know, I'm out and about, I have plenty of things to protect myself with. I have plenty of things to communicate with. I have stuff to render first aid to myself or to somebody if need be, and feel like it's a pretty good emergency type setup for any kind of those scenarios that we might find ourselves in. So I would say if you guys are looking for I would say budget friendly, quality chest rig, check out Helikon Tex. Check out the Chicom chest rig. Set it up what works best for you in your area. I would also recommend really checking out their modular first aid kit. I think it's a pretty cool setup. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go check them out. If you guys got any suggestions to this current kind of patrol setup that I have, I would love to hear them. Leave them in that comment section below. And again, I am currently demonetized from YouTube, so you know, your guys' views, likes, comments, that's what helps my videos get out there, and I appreciate all that you guys are doing. You know, if you like this Minuteman type content, you know, in today's times and today's world, you never know, and it's great to be prepared for any kind of scenario. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless.